Howdy folks, welcome to episode 13. I think I still got snow in my hair from I went outside to check the mail and see if my new mouse is here, but no new mouse yet, so we might get the new mouse on episode 14. But yeah, I'm excited to try that out. So I am going to put some, does that look like it's refilled or is it just me? But yeah, I'm going to put some firewood in here. We're going to actually put a firewood depot out here. Maybe we'll put another switch on there too. But I just wanted to get some firewood put on these. See if we can, yeah, see, it'll do that. All right, yeah, we're going to get some firewood put on these. And because we're starting to run low. So let's make sure that we have firewood on them. And then, yeah, and then we're going to make our run down to the IronWorks. And the cool thing is, after this, we're going to be able to buy boxcars. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy as many boxcars as we can afford and then pull them out there. Because the boxcars are where you start to make some rather decent money. I don't know how... It looks like that's as high as it's going to stack, isn't it? Is it? Yep, okay. So we'll get Betsy loaded up too. Yeah, we're going to do... Let's see. Yeah, we'll go like this. Let's go, we're going to go like this, and we're going to open the controls for this, and we're going to move Betsy up just a little bit so that we can put some stuff on her. So we're going to synchronize controls. We're going to go forward. There we go. See if we can get this to... I thought we were on a hill, so I didn't want to go too fast. I didn't want to go too slow, I mean, and end up rolling backwards or anything. But there we go. Looks like that'll get us up the hill here, because I think it levels off at the... I should have made it level off earlier, because that is going to make it painful for loading and stuff when you're trying to load and unload when you're on a hill. All right. What is it? Is it stopped? Okay, it's stopped. That was weird. Oh, it's because the brakes on that one are stronger, and then Betsy's brakes aren't strong enough to do it, I guess. And you know what? I probably still should have... I should have pulled it up further so I could see. But I'm pretty sure that's going to do it. We'll go check in a second here. But this is how you reload them. You don't have to walk back and forth. Yeah, see, it's putting them in there. Okay, cool. And... need to program some mouse buttons that'll like click 5 times, right? Left click 5 times, right click 5 times. All right, is Betsy pretty much... No, still need a couple more, I think. Let's see. We'll go like this. After I said you don't have to walk back and forth. Yeah, I think Betsy's full. Okay, so we're going to take this thing down the hill, and we're going to go to the whatchamacallit and load it all up. So that's going to be cool. Let's double check and make sure that our fuel is good and full. I mean, it's not that far of a thing, and it's pretty much mostly downhill, and I totally forgot where our downhill starts and ends and all that stuff. But yeah, let's go like this. Let's get our view out here first. There we go. Okay. Then we can... Yeah. Wow. All right, there we go. All right, and there. There we go. All right, we're going to back up a little bit so we can just see, whoops, so we can see a little bit better here. Totally alt-tab, or not alt-tab, but I hit the Windows key there. Is it just going to go even slower now? There we go. We just need to be gentle about how much we apply here. All right, there we go. Because we're going to start heading down a hill here. We want to be careful about how much of the downhill we get going. There we go. We don't need to be that careful. Come on, let's go. Right there. Finally. All right. Because once we start getting down this hill, it's going to start hauling, I think. I think maybe we had to go... Oh, that's what it was. We had to go up a little bit to get over the side of that hill. I think that's what it was. Okay. This should be... We should start moving now. I sure hope I got all the trees. Pretty sure we did. We went and got all the trees. There weren't any that were like sticking up through the thing. But I did not go into the... I did not go into the save editor in order to ensure that. So there's still a small possibility that we might have a tree problem somewhere. So I do need to be kind of careful about this. All right, and this is actually helpful that Betsy's kind of in the middle of the train applying the brakes instead of everything being at one end. All right, looks like we're going to be able to go 12. All right, let's bring the brakes down a little bit. Go a little bit more than that. Because I think this was 3% all the way down until we hit that thing, and then it's a little bit of uphill. And yeah, my mouse is still, it's letting go. I went to click there and drag and it let go. Okay, now we're speeding up. Make sure we don't fly off of this. So, you know, there's no rocks or something like that, right? This isn't, I don't think this goes too far, because is it this hill that we go over and then we're done? It might be this hill right here. I don't remember. It was a hill where we turned right, and then we were basically done going downhill after that hill. It might be one more hill. Alright, let's get... Yeah, it is this hill. Okay. So that's pretty much all the downhill we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to take the brakes off here. Let this do some stuff, because we're going to have to chug our way back up the hill. Because once we get down here, we're going back uphill again. Now, see, what we probably could do is we could hug that hillside and just make it like a 1% all the way down. Or almost, you know, all but the very end. We could probably do something like that. Oh, what was that? That was weird, wasn't it? It just totally disconnected there. Alright. Yeah, see, we're going uphill now, because... There we go. Alright. Pretty sure this is all uphill from here. 18. Yeah, see, we'll be able to get up to full speed, but we won't be able to go faster than that. And I think this segment here needs to be replaced with a little bridge. The low bridge or whatever, because that just looks kind of silly. The wall going into the thing. Alright, let's see what our speed is. 18. See, if I don't click anything, then it's fine. This corner isn't too sharp, I think. Let's see. I don't know, there's a little herky-jerky there. We'll see how it does around that. Nope, it did fine. Okay. Cool. And hopefully there's no rocks on the track. That's like my only concern. Because I don't think we had any super sharp corners. See, now I can't remember whether it's curves or corners. You messed me up on that. Wow, we're there already, huh? Okay. We're going to start coasting then. Because we need to... That's nice. That's like the perfect distance between... At these speeds, I think that's the perfect distance between these things. And the switches that go in the right way. Okay, we're good on that. Alright, we're going to start slowing down here. I think we're even coming down a little bit of a hill on this, so we're going to slow down a little bit. And we needed to make sure we drop everything off in the right place. I think we need an extra segment of track to be able to get all that. So we're going to have to do that. Let's see if maybe we can get our coal cars. our coal and our iron unloaded before we do that? No, 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 no. No, not that. I was just trying to click on the screen, that's all. Okay. Alright, we're going to get the iron up here. And the coal up here. See if we can get this to work. We might be able to unload all of them in one shot. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I think we're just going to have to unload the coal first. Okay, so let's do that. We'll get the coal unloading. Let's see how much money we have. 15, 10. Make sure that the coal is actually going to unload onto the platform. Yep, okay, cool. And this one, too. Alright, cool. We should have 20 coal after that. We should have 3 of these. Alright, those are 25 apiece. Alright, cool. So let's get this extended out here just so we can... see, what we need to do is we need to be able to come around this side, too. We need to make this a loop. So why don't we just do that to begin with instead of trying to mess everything up. So we're going to do what we do usually. We're going to put a switch. And then we're going to go around. So this will go around the middle. And we're going to do this. And we'll see. I think it was it like 60? I don't remember what the radius was for this. Wow. Well, that's going to be a limiting factor, isn't it? Let's see if we can get that to come around a little bit more. Is it going to come around anymore? Let's just go with 40 even. And then we'll see if we can get this to miss. 40 isn't going to miss it, is it? See how much that changes? It's supposed to be a fixed radius, but look at how much wider that gets when you go past that point. Okay, so if we go like this. See, we're still not even going to make that curve, though. Because we got to go way out there. I don't think this is even going to work. I think we're going to have to make like a Y on there or something instead. So why don't we just take this piece out, because it's not going to be a viable way to do it. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to make a Y. So maybe I should have left that piece where it was. Right. Okay, let's try. Let's see if we can do it. So we're going to go like this. We're going to do like, I think that's about as far as we're going to be able to get away with without the switch. You know what? Yeah, because we have to go past that. We need to go past that and then do that. So let's just place a switch where we need the switch to be. How about that? And our switch is going to go to the right. So we want our switch to be going this way. How about that? Because that will leave us enough room. That will leave us enough room to extend the track down there. Let's take this one out. And we'll see if we can connect a piece from here to here. Like this. Okay. So it is going to be a little sharp, but it's for turning around anyway. You're not like zooming through turnaround. And then this is going to extend this way. And we'll even do something like this. And then what we can do is we can go like this. Bring this way. Whoops. Oh, you know what? We need the other track if we're going to do that, don't we? We need the taller track. We'll just do the rail 3. And then we're going to go like this. And then we're going to have it, we're going to have one more segment on here, and that's going to go up like that. And can we make that? We're going to change the radius. There. Okay. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just raise that up. I can raise that up, and I don't think I showed you that. I did raise one up in the editor. We'll go check that out in a second. And in fact, before I even forget, we'll do that. It was at the iron mine over here. So check it out. It's, remember we made it at 10%? We made it happen at 10%, and I raised it up like a couple more meters, I think. But yeah, well, you can see how much we raised it up. This was on the ground. That was going into the ground. So I think it was 4 meters. It might even have been 5. But yeah. So see, you can do that in the editor. You just find I used my Buggy Exchange editor to find the height of that segment of track, because you can just highlight the segment of track in there and find the position of it. And once you found the position of it, you just need to convert that to a single, a 32-bit single, and find that number in the hex file, and you're good. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to place another piece of track out here somewhere. So let's get rid of some of these trees. And you know, the other thing I need to do with this mouse is I need to buy a I'm gonna buy some buttons and try to fix this one again, because I think it was after I ordered the other new mouse, but I found that you can actually order the buttons for these. So the micro switch, that is. Okay, so we're gonna go, I think what we need to do is we need to place, and we need room back here too, so we're gonna go like this, and we need to place our segment, and which way do we want that to go? We'll try to make it go right. So we're going to go like this, and we want to be kind of between these two, but we still want to be able to get to the other place beyond this too. We still need to be able to come past this. So let's see if this will let us do it. Take that off 10%. Whoops, I don't want to do radius. I want to do that is what I want to do. That was weird. Okay. So we're going to go like this. We're going to bring this up. Okay. So that should let us have enough room, and then we're going to see if we can see. I don't know if we're going to have enough room to be able to connect these, or if this is just going to be way too tight. It looks like it's going to be way too tight. We'll see. See if this one's going to... No, maybe it's not. Maybe it isn't. Okay, well, we're going to have to try it out, because that's our Y. Alright, and then I think from here, we might be able to even make another switch that tries to go out to there. Why don't we try that? Let's make a switch left and see if we can connect to this other side from here. I don't think it's going to do it, is it? Where's our alignment? There we go. I don't know. It's a tough call, isn't it? What's our grid? Our grid is 1. It doesn't look like it's going to want to lay... Okay, well, let me lay down the track. All right, cool. It looks like we'll be able to do that. as well. Okay, so let's get rid of this stuff. Get rid of these trees. We like cleaned out this whole area too, didn't we? Okay, and then we'll get rid of this. And then we'll just reconnect a new segment. It's G, not F. Let's see if it'll let us connect this. Okay. And then that is going to be, I don't think that's going to be very productive. Let's try, because we're too close on that other end anyway, let's try laying it again. And we'll see if we can get this to be parallel. And we're going to bring this up to here. We don't need to be there. We need to be here. We need to get to the track by here, not over there. So we're going to go like this. That'll give us a little bit more room. And then we should be able to just come through here. And I want to do that so that we can put a switch left. And then we're going to go back to the other switch. See if we can connect this circuit. Where was it? Was it across the bridge? It was across the bridge, wasn't it? Okay. Yep, it's across the bridge. So we'll go like this. We want to be about here. I think we can start from the other end. Let's do that. Let's start from the other end, because otherwise this is going to be messed up. Get these trees out of the way. Stupid nature always in the way. Alright, we're going to go like this. We're going to lay a bridge. And we're going to lay it in a straight line. Maybe. That's a little too straight, isn't it? Let's curve it a little bit. See if we can curve it in. There we go. That's much better. Okay. Yep, this nice little mellow little curve there. Okay, and then we should just be able to connect the two ends here. And that should do it. Let's see. Take that off. There we go. Alright, it's going to be a little rough, I think. But let's make this one even. And we can just make a siding off of here or whatever, in case it's needed. And let's make sure our switches are actually the right way. So we're going to try all these out with our train before we take off and go back and all that stuff. We'll make sure that all these different mechanisms are going to work the way we want them to. Let's put some more fuel in Betsy, because I'm sure she's running low by now. Yep. Oh wow, Betsy isn't even... Okay. Betsy didn't even have any temperature. Not only just not fuel, but no temperature. Okay. Make sure this one is still going. 44%. Did it take? It didn't take. There we go. See, only one of them made it in there. Alright, that's why I don't feel bad about putting down the fuel thingy. The wood depot, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we're going to jump back in here. We're going to go like this. And we're going to bring this forward a little bit. Alright. Let's get this unloading. There we go. We're going to double check and make sure. Yeah, we did get 6 of them. Okay, cool. And then we're going to bring the other ones down to here. Do we want to go right or left on this switch? I need to decide that pretty quickly. I guess we're going left. Yep, I think left will be okay. Let's get rid of this tree as well, while this is in the process of coasting over there. Okay, yeah, we're going to go left. this time. So we'll get this moving. Let's see how that's gonna go. It should be okay. It's not like absurd. I don't think. I don't think it's absurd. That is. I mean, I also don't think, but okay. It's also not inconceivable, so, you know, there's that too. Okay, so we need, that's going to be 12 of these, right? That's 6? Okay, good. All right. And we'll bring this a little bit more. Well, Betsy's got steam again because Betsy's making noise. Yep, Betsy's got a little bit of boiler pressure. Okay. We'll get this coming around the corner. Then we can just concentrate on what we're doing with our Y and everything. But we'll see how much we got for boxcars, how many boxcars we'll be able to buy. F1, V. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay, so how much money do we have? We have 2,100. How much are the boxcars? The boxcars are 9. Oh man, we can only buy 2 boxcars. That sucks. Okay. We're gonna order number 1. And we're gonna get paint job 1. And then we're gonna do, oh, I just didn't see that before. Okay. I think we're at a different angle than we were. And paint job 2. What other, they have like yellow and stuff, don't they? We're gonna get that one. All right. Oh, that's what was weird about it, and that's why that thing stood out. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this piece of track here. These pieces of track were here so that I could use the mod. I could use my Buggy Exchange mod to save editor to get rid of the trees around the industry. So I just put those there on each end of the industry and then did like a 50-meter radius. Okay, so we're going to check out... Hey, the lights are on too. Is that different? Is that new? Let's see. The generator's not on. Okay, so I must have just clicked it or something. All right, we're going to test this out. We're going to get out of... There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and do this. See if we can go around this whole Y. We want to test all 3 legs of this. See, I'm not sure that even this little train is going to be able to get around that. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be long enough, is it? Oh man, look at how sharp that corner is. Let's just take the brakes off and see what happens when we coast around this corner. I'm kind of thinking taking this Y out is a better idea instead of having that. There's no reason to have that other thing. So I think we're going to do that. Let's hit the brakes very, very, very gently. Oh man, this is like the absolute worst place to start and stop. I chose poorly. All right. You have chosen poorly. All right, we're going to get rid of that and all that because that's not necessary because this is going to do that. So why don't we just get rid of that too? And let's see what we can do as far as getting this to connect to that. How's that sound? Does that sound better? Go like this. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's much, much better. Much better. Okay. And yeah, I'm still kind of terrified of this, but we'll see what we can do. All right, let's go like... I'm just trying to get an angle where we can see everything. Here, we'll get back here. There we go. I think we can see everything now. So take the brake off. See if we can just go. We need to go as gently as possible. Because the other thing is, if one of them pops off the track, we don't want all of them to keep ramming into the one that fell off and all that. We don't want the big pileup. So this is definitely going to be a... now the problem is, we're not going to be able to get over that either, are we? I don't think we're going to be able to turn around on that. I think this Y is basically going to be useless. So we're just going to have to do a loop. Is how this is going to work. Which is fine too. We could probably just rearrange this whole thing and make it into a smoother loop. Just put a piece of track way out here as far as we can get out on the outside corner. And then do a loop. Because if we want a Y, we can put it... We have room. We have room over here. We can do that over here. There's no reason to do it in that little alcove. So I think that's what we'll do. And then we'll rebuild this segment of track here. But we want to go back and get our, we want to get our, whatchamacallit, our boxcars. I'm kind of tempted to just take Betsy and teleport Betsy back and get the boxcars. But I think what we might be able to do is we might be able to bring this back and get our box. Let's see how many of these we have. Let's see what we have. We have 8 steel pipes. See, we need the logging cars too. We only have 32 tools per thing, so we're not even going to be able to use 2 full box cars. So we're definitely going to need to bring another load of stuff. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll bring everything back. We need to bring everything back anyway. We'll get more of the iron and more of the all this stuff. Do we need to go backwards in order to do that? Because we don't have another place to turn around, do we? I'm trying to think of where we can go. We can put... Yeah, I think we're going to have to figure out how to turn these around and stuff. But I think we're going to go forward up the hill. So let's get moving. So the plan is I want to bring all the cars back in order to get the pipes and all that stuff. So that's going to be our challenge here. I'm just trying to think here. Because when we get to the smelter, we're going to have stuff to deal with when we get to the smelter, is what I'm thinking. Because these... No, wait a minute. The 2 cars are the same. The stake cars are the same. I was thinking we need to put the iron on the front cars, but there's no law that says we have to put the iron on the front cars. We can put the lumber on the front cars and the iron on the back cars, which means that we can leave the iron there. Or we'll split the train up even. We can put the iron on this and go get iron ore. And then what we can do is we can get, we can take Betsy back to get lumber by herself, like we did last time. The problem is if we take Betsy back to get lumber by herself, Betsy needs to pull 2 boxcars and 2 empty log cars back by herself, which isn't going to happen. So that's not going to be a thing either. So we are going to need to leave some of the cars there. Because I don't want to have to pull this entire huge train all the way back, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna have to figure out if that's even going to be doable. If this Class 48 is going to be able to pull all those cars, because we're going to add 4 more cars to this, right? No, 3 more cars. Because we need 1 log car. Yeah, okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Is this where we start going up the hill? Yeah, this is where we start going up the hill. Okay. I think it's the next one. Let's see what happens here if we... Yeah, okay. We are going downhill then. We need to slow down a little bit. There we go. Alright, we'll let this coast down the hill. It's this next one. It's this little ridge right here is where we hit that. There we go. Alright. because that'll give us as much of a run up the hill as we need. I'm just trying to think of how we can do this. I think what we can do is we can take these two, load them up, and back them off onto the line that goes out to the iron, and then we can deal with that separately. So I think that's going to be the plan. It looks like this shouldn't be a problem pulling this up the hill empty. I think that's what we'll do, is we'll leave those 4 front cars by themselves, and then we'll take the other engines to do stuff. That wall is really huge. I think I might for aesthetics replace some of those with bridges. We'll see. And then this part is a little iffy. I think spicy is the correct term. All right. Okay, yeah, we're good. We got this now. See, I'm going to curse it by saying that, right? I'm going to jinx it. Okay, so we'll get these up here. We're going to load up the raw iron. And then we'll head back toward the iron mine. Or the iron... the other thing. Yeah. The coal mine, that's what it was. Brakes. There we go. Whoops. Oh, is it going to stop right on time? Oh, that's perfect. How beautiful is that? Alright. We'll get these loaded up. Raw iron. See, we only have 6 of those left, so we are going to need to load up more of the raw iron. Okay. And what did our thing do when we brought 2 cars of each of everything? What did that do as far as materials we have? Show info. So the raw iron is going to be our... yeah, the raw iron is going to be the weak point. And lumber is going to be... I'm thinking we might even just bring all of this with raw iron. Load up the whole thing with raw iron. You think instead of lumber, we used half a car of lumber, and then we used a car and a half. Yeah, we used 3 times as much raw iron as we did lumber, so maybe we don't need the lumber at all. So we're just going to bring raw iron. We're going to bring 4 cars of raw iron. So let's do that. Let's go like this. Let's bring this... bring this up. You can do it. There we go. It's quite a hill, isn't it? That's quite a hill that it's even just going that fast, like, just from coasting. Nothing even applied. Alright, almost there. Yeah, we'll load up all 4 of these, and then we can go get our coal. I keep thinking it's iron. Yeah, we'll go get our coal, because I think that's all the coal we have too. I think that will use up all of our coal. So let's double check that while this is loading. See, I like that I can actually do something while it's loading instead of just sitting there watching it too. Okay, so we're going to show info. We need more beams for that. But yeah, we have 4 more cars of coal. Okay. So we can do that. So how are we going to do this with... here. Can never reach this. There we go. Let's load this up. There we go. Alright. We've got Betsy loaded up. Let's load this one up. Class 48. Whoops. Let's load this one up. Alright. So we've got these 4, and we need to just leave these 4 here. There's no reason to bring all 4 of these. So I think what we can do is we can put the brakes on these 2 and disconnect them. from the other engines right now. And then when we come back, see, when we come back, those are going to be in front of the train though. So is that going to be a problem? I'm kind of thinking we should put them on the siding. I think we should put them on the siding. Let's go put them on the siding. It's still going to be some kind of an issue, but yeah, we'll figure it out. All right. So we're going to go like this. We're going to take off the brakes. We'll get this out of the way so we can see. We need to come back past this switch. We're going to flip the siding there. Yeah, we'll come past this switch here. And then once we're past the switch, we can come back onto the siding and leave those there. I mean, it's more just a role-playing type thing, you know, that you don't just leave stuff laying around as if the main line is completely unused or whatever, you know. Here, let's go like this. There. Flip that switch. There we go. Alright, and then we should be able to put this on the siding pretty easily. See if we can keep our speed decent here. I'm kind of thinking we could put all those together too. We might as well, as long as we're shunting everything. So we'll get those, yeah, we'll get those stuck together, I think. And I don't know if we might have enough money to buy another one of these stake cars so that we can bring some beams up to the other place while we're getting logs and box cars and all that stuff. Okay, so there we go. And we can drop these off. So we need to hit the brakes on at least one of these. Did that? Yeah, okay, it did hit the brakes. All right, and then we're going to disconnect this. And then we're going to jump on here. And then we'll go up forward. I mean, it was kind of nice having Betsy separating those two, but I think what we'll do is we'll put Betsy on the very back end and use her as a caboose or whatever. All right. We're going to switch this. We're going to come back over this way. And then we'll get all these past the switch. We need to get them out of the foul too. Here. Make sure we actually get them past the foul. The trick is going to be getting Betsy out of there, isn't it? Okay, so then we're going to go like this. And let's put the brakes on these as well as Betsy. And then we're going to disconnect that. Yeah, okay, that works. All right, so we should be able to bring this forward. Is the class 48? Okay, let's desynchronize this. Let's take the brakes off. Are we on? We must be on level ground. We must have hit the end of the hill there. Because when I let the brakes off, it didn't do anything. Okay. And we'll get the... We'll hit the switch here as soon as it's passed. Alright, reverser. Get this, come on. Get this to come up this way. All right. And we should be able to, I think it'll just make it. Yeah, it's gonna do it. Okay, cool. All right. And we're gonna hit that brakes. Okay, so now we should be able to disconnect this. Oh, you know what? We do need to bring this back a little bit further too, because we're still in the foul. Okay. Let's go like this. And that was weird. You see that? The interface was gone. Oh, it's because I hit F and I was still inside the thing. Okay. So we want to go like this. We'll bring this back a little bit more. There we go. Okay. All right. So we're going to go forward. Whoops. I'm hitting all the wrong keys. We're going to go forward, turn the brakes off. And we should be able to flip this switch again once we're past it. We can flip this switch and then hook everything back up again. I'm just kind of thinking we're going to need Betsy to be somewhere else at some point, but we can do that in a little bit when we're re-railing everything else. All right, so flip this switch, reverser. All right, let's go like this. Whoops. That's going to be a little excessive. Aw, man. I totally didn't mean it. Here, let's try this again. Was that disorienting enough for you? All right. Try this again. And come on. Oh, man, totally missed. All right. Come on. Get in there. There we go. We need 4% in order to beat the hill. There we go. Whoops. There. Okay, we got it. All right, let's try this again. Let's go like this. Synchronize controls with other engines. Let's check our... See, somebody has brakes on. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got... let's get this out of here. Let's jump out of the train. And we're going to turn that off. I can't see. There we go. Okay, so we've got these two. We're going to take these out to the iron and fill them up with iron. And I think we are pretty much out of time for today. So we're going to go fill these up with iron. And I think what we can do is we can just use Betsy to do that, because that's like a nice level hill and all that stuff. This one can go back and get the 2 box cars and all that stuff. 2 box cars and the 2... what is it? Box cars and... 2 box cars and the 2 log cars. So we can go do that. And then bring those back up, and we don't have to pick anything up down there. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, and I think we'll go get the coal on a bonus episode. So we'll do 13.5, so you guys can have a bonus episode over the weekend, and then in episode 14 we're gonna go do the whole thing. Wow, that's getting a little. Oh, that's why, because I'm hitting the reverser, not the brakes. Duh. All right. Because I'm too busy talking. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for episode 13. In 14, we're going to go get our boxcars and get our tools. And then we'll have to build our thing for the oil pumping station. But yeah, that's going to be it for episode 13. Join me in episode 14, and we'll see you then. Later.